Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to my channel. Virginia here from Jupiter Arts Crafts, and thank you so much for stopping by today to join me for another project share, which today is slightly different. And thanks to Amanda of Your Creative Studio, who have generously sent me this vintage vibe stationery box, which is themed kind of like a postage, postal writing. Could be like travel and some nature. It's a really good selection of ephemeras here that I had enjoyed so much creating. So I'll get started with the unboxing quickly and jump in as in the video. I wasn't able to do it right away when I unboxed. Pretty thank you card from Amanda, and I'll definitely put the link of Your Creative Studio. I was pointing out earlier, I think the product code for this particular box, and I'm sure there's so many other wonderful collection of stationery boxes that Amanda has on her website. So first off, I opened it. It fell off the bundle stickers, stickers of like um, country names with images. And there are three. You know, I love brown paper, brown envelopes. There are, let's see what's in there. Uh, they are foam stamps. Yeah. There's a hand with a mail. Yeah, so I think it's mostly like postal themed, but there's so many other things. I could use it for so many different projects. Okay, that's another foam stamp, and I think this is also yeah, another. Well, there's quite a bit of foam stamps in here, and here's ephemera pack that's kind of like a smaller size. Oh, a variety of small size, like a smaller post-it. Yeah, kind of like envelopes. I can't see much with the recording, but the video will show it. And here's a nice generous pack of stationery script or letters, prints of vintage letters. That's so nice that it comes in like a more white paper, and the others are brown, green, brown, that I truly love and enjoy. And it's so nice to use them. Here's a pack of cling stamps that are postal, yeah, definitely postal themed stamps. Mm, there's this kind of like vellum sticker, quite thick, very nice. So it's gonna be like see-through. And these are label stickers that are quite thick as well. Very nice texture, and it has kind of like a rough texture, which is so nice. And this is a pack of transfer stickers that I was so excited about it, because I've never bought rub on transfer stickers. And this one is a pack of papers, vintage with vintage images, like what I said, the variety of theme. But it's so nice because it comes with, I think it's 6 images, but then each image comes with 4 different types of paper. one vellum, one kind of like regular copy, and then thicker textured paper and a sticker paper, which I will use up all of them in the project that I created. And here's a pack of an assortment of papers that are different sizes, smaller sizes, that was neatly wrapped with a doily and hemp twine. So this is like a vellum sticker, some of them. I know, so many different ones. And a pack of kind of like a postcard size paper. But they're like a thicker copy paper. And those kind of like vellum stickers are different shape. They're different borders and also an assortment of images, not just postal themed. And finally, among all this generous selection of papers, there is washi tape that is uh, kind of like scripts, postal themed. Okay, that's the unboxing, and we're gonna jump into the project share. Fast forward a week later. So this is what I created with that wonderful Your Creative Studio stationery box. There's a bunch. Okay, I just kind of like a sampler of um, the many things that we could do with this stationery box. But I did one bigger item there that's gonna be for personal use. That I put away neatly after the chaotic. I had it all over the place when I was making the project, but I put it nicely so I could go back to it as I talk about the project. First off is this little bookmark that I created out of the logo of the box of Amanda, because it's a collaboration between me and Your Creative Studio. And I'm going to tip it in or use it as a bookmark. I think mostly tip in the project that I created. So, like what I said, a sampler of ephemeras that we could use in many projects, happy mails. So I stacked them neatly. I know for sure in the end it will be chaos again. So first off, I made several types of like a fold in or kind of like an envelope, letter envelope. So this one I just fold in from one of the smaller packs of kind of like a letter theme. I mean, it's not small. There's so many of them, so we could make so many of this, or of course, use it up for other projects as well. So what I just did is fold up the lengthwise the tip, and then I just cut the image. I mean the image, the the edge of the fold over cover. No template there. Practically, I just didn't have time to record one when I was doing, but so easy to do. And then I reinforced where I slit. I made a slit on the other fold flap there so that we could insert the kind of like the tip of the fold over cover, and I reinforced them with a variety of the items from one of those from the different packs. There's the sticker, the vellum sticker. There's, I think this one is from the pack of like the vellum or kind of like a washi sticker, and I just bundled it up neatly with the twine that came, part of the twine that came with it. I think I'm showing where I got those. So that thick vellum sticker. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm still getting over a cold. So this is similar to that, except that I use a different reinforcer for the closure. These are the kind of like the labels, which is actually very thick, thicker. And what I did is I slit, after I stuck the sticker or the reinforcer that I use is I slit it with the X-Acto knife using a metal ruler. So that's another way. And I actually used something similar in my last project. Next one is a regular styled envelope, but I made it small because the paper is smaller and it's so cute to add to any journals or project. But um, this is the paper I used. It's the bigger pack. But when you do it kind of like the shape of the envelope when it's open, it is kind of like a square. So it doesn't fit the thing. So what I did is I patched up, glued together the scrap piece of paper so that I have enough. It doesn't show much in this print because it looks seamless with that darker print. But the lighter one, I think I'll show later. And then I back the inside with this paper. So I could have backed it all the way up. Yeah, I think I'm showing there. Yeah. So there's a white because I didn't glue everything because either way, we could do it either way. So I'm showing here where I patched it up so that I have enough paper for the envelope, single paper. And probably I have a little bit more scraps there, which yeah, I think that would be nice addition to any journal, a tip in. I like using envelopes in my journals. Here's another kind of like the first one, smaller but bigger. And I use that same, the larger, longer paper. And then I use the stickers and just stuck it there so we could stick it. I peeled half of it and stuck the other one. And I backed it with just brown paper. Minimal extra papers I used in here. Some packaging paper, used packaging paper, and I tried to use the scraps from this pack of box also. So here I have a pack of this, the the longer shorter strip of paper. I made kind of like a, I don't know what to call this, kind of like a booklet. And there are just a few pages, sheets of the paper, and I topped it with some of the vellum paper. So it's nice and see-through. This is the pack I got it from. Some are slightly different size also. And it would be, we could add it to a journal page, a tip in, an insert, because they're not so thick. It won't bulk up the a journal very much, and we could do writing. We could journal in there. Here is kind of like the vellum sticker. Instead of using it as a sticker, I use the entire thing with the plastic backing, so adds a little different texture to it. Here's the doily that came with the pack. I lined it with the vellum print, and I think that vellum print was from another pack that she sent me a while back. I used it in my last project. So I lined it and then I cut it around, and it become the doily became sturdier. It's the first time, at least for me, my first time doing this. So I got excited, and I'll be doing that in future projects with doilies and vellum. So I kind of like fold it over to wrap this little strips of paper neatly. Is a cardboard paper that are the backing of all those packages in the little in their plastic packs, and I used all of them mostly. I think I used them as paper backing for some of the tags. Actually, that one is a scrap from the bigger tags. And Of course, I don't want those cardboard backings to go to trash right away. I know eventually it will, but at least reuse it a second and hopefully a third or more times. Um, the next batch of ephemeras are created are uh, this bundle, and this one, this is the most exciting part of me. You know, I'm a bit of a weirdo. Everything's so nice, but this one, this was from the transfer, the rub-on sticker. So what I did with it, so I'm showing the, uh, not this one, this is the vellum one. These are the rub-on stickers. First, I said earlier that I was excited because I've never bought a rub-on sticker. So what I did with it is, um, instead of sticking it in the paper, for this one, I use one as a regular sticker on paper later. But this, most of it I stuck it on a piece of plastic. In the beginning, I just stuck it from that into that you know, the backing that where it's originally stuck. And then I just made a chain as I use up one. I here I'm showing the bunch of kind of like a transparent, you know, there are creators who use what do you call that, a laminator with plastic tags. Okay, but of course I don't want to, I'm not going to buy a laminator, and I'm trying to minimize the plastic use in it. And then instead of throwing this plastic from the rub-on sticker, I used it as the backing for the sticker, so that it becomes like a transparent tag, like the ones that are laminated. It's not as shiny as the laminated because the backing is like kind of like matte, which I prefer. But that one is from like a packaging plastic. You know, some packaging comes with plastic, and I save those plastics because I want to reuse them. Yes, I try to minimize the use of plastics in my project, but nothing wrong with using plastic. And I try to save those plastic from packaging to repurpose them. At least get used a few more times before going into trash. That's another story. And here's the thank you card for the package. I made it into another thank you card, a little embossed paper there, and made a little pocket, and decorated it with a little sari silk. Here, I think this is a sticker paper that I made into kind of like a journaling card, a folded journaling card. Here's the other part of the packaging, the cardboard backing, and see how pretty it is. There's some plain spaces. Uh, this is another backing of one. I mean the, you know, the longer, smaller strips of paper. I made a pocket out of it to cover the, you know, the writings on the label, and tuck this little kind of like tiny tag cards shape. They're not that thick, so we could back it with some cardboard and make individual tags, but I stack them together, so more journaling space because they're very they're thin, so it doesn't it's, even if we add that whole ephemera in a journal page, it's not gonna bulk up the journal. And then there's another one of that plastic back sticker. And inspired by the, you know, the logo cover of the bundle that is yellow, I cut up one of those the long paper that's kind of like yellowish in tone. Yeah, that one, but the yellow one. And I um, backed it with the packaging. So I have a nice yellow ephemeras there. Okay, and some of them I emboss. I'm gonna be saving that, but because I'll be using that in future projects. Now I have a yellow paper. um, yeah, then just embellish it with some lace. Okay, this one is I use the tag itself. I mean the print of the packaging itself, and yeah, isn't it so nice? Made a pocket. I added a little because it's just like half of the butterfly in there. I did some, might be like a sari accent or something, and kind of like butterfly shape. So these are the bigger cardboard backing. I added that little plastic ephemera, the rub on sticker. And isn't that so nice? The cardboard backing, it's plain. Like what I said, we could use pencil and regular ball point pen. So this one is the other way around. This one, I think I didn't have to glue anything except for that script, which is probably a scrap from the other place. So finally, these are all from the scraps that I had left over. I'm pretty sure there's some more left in my table because I haven't cleaned up my table yet. Uh, but these are like odd pieces that I kind of like collage together to make that. And then these are just like the long, uh, I think these are excess from the lining of the envelopes that I created. There's a little tuck. I forgot to place something in it. And here's another. See, I got those plastic tags now. So I have a bunch more of those rub-on stickers that I will be saving those plastics backing. Okay. And aside from that ephemera galore, I have created this TN insert, kind of like sketchbook, travel notebook that I use some of the packaging, repurpose the packaging to be part of the sketchbook and the papers in the assortment. And I showed in the beginning the when I did a close up of this picture, the texture. There's a beautiful texture for that paper. And on the back, I embossed the vellum uh, sheet of paper. I actually covered it with, I think, the same image of the other kind of paper. And then I thought of embossing the vellum, and then I like the effect. Okay, this is a Tim Holtz alphabet embossing folder that I used. And because it's see-through, and even if it's not just like because there are prints already on the vellum paper, it's so pretty. It would be so nice to try it. So hopefully you guys would try it. So this is one of the envelopes. Since it's a smaller envelope, it's not a deep pocket. So I think it's just halfway. I made a pocket envelope there, and you saw how I made a little that reinforcer closure. Those are just punched cardboards that I covered with scrap prints. That's how I use my round reinforcers. And the others, I have other ways of reinforcing tags or something with scrap cardboards. So on the inside, because I have another envelope which I did another side. I had so long. That's just like a kind of like a thicker cotton thread that I use because be using it as a TN in my TN notebook. I don't want it to be so freely. So not too much laces and stuff. And inside, I kind of just went along with the alphabet. I made a number, embossed number there. And that's just something from Amazon. So this is the rub on paper, and then I collage it with the scrap piece of washi tape. It came with a washi tape, and this washi tape is very nice. I mean, it sticks very nicely. I didn't reinforce it with the glue. It's just the washi tape itself, and I glued or hinged one page after the other. I added some extra plain sketchbook paper for writing and drawing. See, I'm trying to peel off the washi tape. And I felt bad that I used them all up because I could have used it for other projects where I don't have to use tape or glue to glue. But it's okay. This is a project for your creative studio. So yeah, some pages. I think some of these are like from a previous bundle that she sent me. So these are just gonna be like the images are like inspiration prompts for journaling, writing, drawing. Hopefully, could take a little bit of watercolor the paper that I added. Um, and here's another one of that rub-on sticker. I glued it on the folded flap and it kind of like closed it and made a tuck there. This is a washi tape that I have that so doesn't stick well from some generic brand that so I used that and I showed, but some of this I reinforced with glue, especially the last. So I think that's about it with the project. I hope you got some inspiration from this project share, and I hope you get inspired. And if you'd like to check out this stationery box and many others, I'm sure she has a lot of different themed stationery box. I'll put the link to the website for your creative studios. And um, Amanda, thank you so much for sending me this stationery box. And thank you guys for joining me today. And I'll talk to you in my next project share. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you.